So now that we have reviewed everything that we need to know about exponential and logarithmic functions and the relationship between the two, let's take a look at how to find the derivative of a natural exponential function. It's actually pretty interesting. When I take the derivative of e to the x, I get e to the x. When I take the derivative of e to some function, meaning that function probably has a derivative, it's essentially e to the u times the derivative, which is really just the chain rule again. So let's do some practice. Again, if you feel comfortable with this, press pause, do all 4 questions, then press play to see how you did. If you're not feeling so comfortable, then hang out with me and we'll go through these together. So to find the derivative of the first function, remember it's just 5e to the x, and the derivative of e to the x is e to the x, which means my derivative is the exact same function, because I would think about the 5 being on the outside times the derivative of e to the x, which of course is e to the x. For the second function, e to the 3x plus 2, the derivative is going to be e to the 3x plus 2, but then I'm going to multiply it by the derivative of 3x plus 2, which is 3. So my answer is 3 e to the 3x plus 2. The third one, I've got a sum and I also have a product. So I'm going to start by looking just at this guy. And this guy uses the product rule because essentially I'm taking 2x and e to the x. So the product rule says take the first times the derivative of the second, and the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. Add the second, which is e to the x, times the derivative of the first, so that's 2 e to the x. And then I've got my second part, e to the 2x, which of course is e to the 2x times the derivative of 2x, which is 2. So that's my final solution. And last one, e to the negative 4x. Again, e to the negative 4x, the derivative is e to the negative 4x, but then I have to take it times the derivative of negative 4 over x, which is 4x to the negative 2, because essentially this guy is negative 4x to the negative 1. I would multiply it and get 4 and decrease this by 1. And so multiplying and simplifying, I get 4 e to the negative 4 over x squared.